Okay, here we are back inside MatrixGold once again. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Hope you find the video useful and helpful in your designing process. If you're a return viewer and subscriber, thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about hitting that subscribe button, tap like, leave a comment, and share the video. So today we're going to do a little concept video. So we'll just go ahead and get going. First thing we'll do is we'll go to tools and we will grab a ring rail, and I'll just keep it as size 7. And what we'll do from here is we'll take that curve, go to our curves menu, and we will offset this curve, and I will take this to a 0.5, somewhere around there, and then I will drag it out a little bit, maybe around here, something like that, and then just go ahead and hit enter, and then I'll go select that curve, go to my transform and mirror it in my X direction and turn off Y and hit enter. So I have these. Actually, I probably don't even need that one over on the other side, but we'll just keep it. Grab the curve, and I will go to a line curve, and I will change it to red here, and I will snap right in there at my quad and go to my top view and just hold down shift and kind of somewhere on there. Let's turn off grid snaps for right now, and I'll select that curve and go to back to my tools again, and I will grab a profile, and we'll take that and I will change it from auto to frontal, and we will go and into our editor, and I'll make sure I have my check mark checked blue and my 1mm blue, and I will select the entire curve and I will just drag it down so it's in the middle and then hit enter, or check it, keep that, and I'll drag it into a 1 and drag it up to a 1. So I made it a 0.5mm offset because it's a 0.5mm now, and that'll be the bottom of our ring, and that'll be so we have a half on each side, right? And then I'll hit enter. And now from here, I'm just going to select that profile that I just put out there, go to transform and go to my polar array and just kind of play around with these until I find something that I kind of like, something like that maybe. And then I'll hit enter. I really don't need all those, but it'll make it easier for me. And now I'll go to my surface and go to a profile sweep, hold down shift control, select this one and then this one here, and go to my top view, right? And then I'll drag it out maybe, let's see, 2mm and 2mm. So I have just a little circle there, and nothing's I could probably make it smaller or bigger or whatever. It doesn't matter. Just don't want anything overlapping, right? Okay, so let's go to our perspective here real quick. And since we have this out here, let's just go ahead and take it, and we'll just do the parametric cap and hit enter. So now, and we'll take that and change it back to our green color there. And I'm going to select all these yellow here, turn them to gray and turn them off. And then I'm going to select that red curve there and get rid of it as well. And now I'll take this and go back to my polar array, and we'll just play around to whatever we want to look like. I mean, you could do it so that they're right on top of each other. You could do a little offset, anything you want. We'll just do something like this, and then we'll go ahead and hit enter. And then we'll take all that, since they're grouped together, and we will mirror those over into our X direction and turn off our Y and hit enter. So we have something like this going on so far, right? And now I'm just going to grab that ring rail, and I'm going to go back to my tools and get a profile, and we will change this one. We'll change it to we'll make it a little rounded, something like this here, and we'll hit select and hit enter. This is the concept video, and the things that I'm going to pick are just things that are going to be very easy to flow up there, because some things that you get will be a little bit more take a little more time to flow, and I don't want to take up a lot of your time, so we'll take that up a little bit. Let's just do a flow here so we can kind of see what's going on, make sure all those are, yeah, they're in. Okay, we're in our ghosted mode, so we can kind of see. We can even maybe, yep, that's probably as quick as deep as we can go. And we'll just go ahead and hit enter on that, and we'll change it to this here. All right. So we have something like that going on. So let's go to our top view. Now I'm going to turn those grid snaps. I'll leave it at 1/4. That's fine, probably, hopefully. And I'll just grab a box here, and I'm still on red. So let's see. Well, oh, it's on 1. It's on 1/4, but it's snapping to the 1. So let's go to a 0.1. There we go. Okay, let's go back to a 1/4. See what that does now. There we go. Let's go there, and we'll come over to this side here. We want it square, right? Something like this, I think. Let's go ahead and make sure that's centered. So we'll go to center item and hit enter. Yeah, there we go. There it's centered. All right. Now what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and select this curve, and we'll go to solids, and we will go down here to extrude planar straight, and we'll just drag that up like that, and then drag it down something like this here. And then we will do a Boolean difference from here enter to here enter, and we have something like that. We'll take that, we'll turn it to gray, and we'll take this and turn it to gray as well. All right, so we have this. We'll need that profile later, so we'll keep it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our curves, and we're going to duplicate border, duplicate our border, and let's change this one to yellow now. And we'll select that bottom inside curve there, and we'll select this one here, and we will go ahead and hit enter. And now we'll go to our surface, and we'll do the parametric loft from, let's go ahead and set that. This curve, okay, they're joined together, so right click, bring it back, parametric, I'll hold down shift control this one here, and we'll go over here to this one here, and we'll hit enter, and we get that, right? So that's not any good, so we'll back out of that. We will go ahead, select control this one, and we will go to our curves, and we will flip that. All right, select curves, that's this one, and we'll hit enter. Did it change it to green or something? Enter. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and try that loft again. We'll select that curve there, and we'll come over here and hold down shift and control and select that curve, and then hit enter, and now we have that. We just flipped the directions, all we did, and then hit enter. And this is a NURB surface. If I know it is, because if I try to explode, it cannot explode, single surface, and that's what we want. So now we'll take this, and we'll go to transform, and we will go to an auto base. It kind of puts it out there like that. We'll just take that, and we'll select it, and we will go to our top view, and we'll rotate that 90 degrees, and we'll go ahead and center it, enter, and we'll drag it out. Something like that, and we'll change that to a little bit different color there. All right, and from here, what we're going to do is select that, and we'll go to Smart Pattern. And again, I'm just going to pick something I know will flow very quickly. Some of these take a lot of time, like that there. There's other ones that take a little bit more time, so I'm not going to hopefully waste your time. Just like I said, it's a concept video. So we have 8 this direction. Let's take this down to maybe a 3. See how quick this one is. And we'll take this one up to, I don't know, something like that, 19. Yeah. All right, and we'll go ahead and we want to change this a little bit. Our thickness, we want it thick, as thick as possible, and we'll just go ahead and accept that. And actually, we're just going to take that and we're going to make it even thicker. We want it thick. And you'll probably go, what? Just easier for the one of the steps here we're going to be doing. So now we have this. Let's do a smart flow. And we need to grab that surface in there very gingerly. that surface and this surface and going good direct. Looks like we're going all right. And our object to flow will be all these here, and we'll just hit enter and give it a few seconds. See, it's quick. That's what I like about this one. And we'll just go ahead, it sticks through both sides, and we'll hit enter. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and grab that yellow, and we'll just hide it. We want to find that curve. There it is right there, our ring rail. And we're going to do a surface 1 with that ring rail and that profile that we already have out there. And hit enter. And so we have that. And it goes all the way around. And we'll just go ahead and take that. Now we'll go to our solids and we will do a Boolean intersection, right? And this time we'll take our items that we put out there and hit enter. And then we will take that surface that we flowed, the same surface, right? And hit enter. And give it a second here. It's a lot of cutting it's going to have to calculate out. And there we go. And we'll hit enter. There you go. Cool. All right. And we have something like this going on, right? And now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to try and find that ring rail curve again. And we'll select that. And this time we'll go to Tools and go to Profile Placer. We want to put a profile on there. I don't know why. Oh, it's got to calculate all that cutting that we did. And I'll turn to wire here. And this one we're going to change to the exact same one that we had. This one here. And hit select. And this time we're going to drag it out to the same distance or pretty close to it. And then we're going to drag it down some. You can, however far thick you want to make it. We'll take it somewhere around there and we'll hit auto sweep and we'll hit enter. Enter there, sorry. And then we will do a Boolean difference. So we'll go to our solids and do a Boolean difference. This will be our first surface, enter, and this will be our second surface, enter. And let it do that cut out there and hit enter. And now we have a little extra cutout. It's not so thick, right? And you can play around with that. Maybe you want it a little thinner or whatever, depending on what your needs are. And now I'm going to go ahead and select all this and I'll just hide that. So we have this out there. And I'm going to take, no, I need that actually. I'm going to go back in there and find my ring rail again and select it. And I'm going back to tools. This is just something added, and then add a profile on here. And again, it's got to calculate all that stuff. So as it's adding that on. So it takes a little bit longer to add that profile. And this time we'll take that and we will go to something a little more where we can put some stones on here, right? And we'll change to our right side so we can kind of see how far we're protruding out. And we'll take this up and actually we'll go ahead and bring this in, I don't know, something like 2 millimeter maybe. And this time we're going to drag this up a little bit and we're going to actually want to go to find out how far deep we want it. We just probably want it a little bit deep in there. And then we want to go ahead and drag that down a little and we'll activate auto sweep so we can kind of see what's going on. So something like that maybe. And yeah, it's kind of got this gap over here on this side, which probably isn't real good. So something like that may be better. And then go ahead and hit enter. And now we'll grab a curve, extract an ISO curve from here, this surface here, and we'll snap it right there in the mid. And we'll go to our gems and gems on curve. This will be our curve. Hit enter. We'll keep that one right where it's at. And we'll drag these on around and butt them up really close to the one on the top there, our end point. And we'll make those a little bit smaller. And of course we want to drop them from the girdle to the table, and we'll hit enter. And we'll go to our stones, cutters, and I already have my default set out there, so it usually comes out pretty good to where I want it, and that's what I'm going to want. So I'll just take it, and I will go ahead back to my solids, do a Boolean difference. This will be my first surface, cutting second, and we'll hit enter. And now we'll take those stones, we'll go to settings, prong placer, and first thing we want to do is drag those up a little, something like that maybe, and we can probably maybe nudge those out a little, something like that, and we'll just go ahead and hit enter. And there you go. And now if you wanted to, you could take this surface, and this surface and change them to another color, so you could have two-tone. And what I mean by that is you could print this as one surface, print this as another surface, and then that, so there's 3 different prints there, and then solder them together. But it could be a little bit of a challenge to solder those with all that cleanup, but that's maybe not so bad. It's got a nice little straight edge there you can clean it up with. Yeah. And you could do like a little two-tone type thing going on. But there you go. It's you know, like I said, it's just a concept video, and you can do all kinds of things. You can put all kind of different little things going around the outside. It's a good way, and everything's cut exactly so that it's, or you could just get rid of those if you wanted to, and just have a band something like this, and however you want to make it look like. Yeah, hopefully the video helps, and if it did, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Appreciate your time, and good designing.